So now you got to be aware of tomorrow you're sending your wife or you're sending your family, your daughter, and you think you're sending her into the bathroom or you're thinking you're sending her into all women's locker room. You got to be aware that these are the kind of things now that can happen. So we want to keep our children safe, want to keep our families safe. So you can't be naive to the new, what they want to push, the new norm. So this is the second video, same thing, woman in a locker room, and she gets surprised with this.
Here are the facts surrounding Paul Bixler. He's a 72-year-old biological man. For the most of his life, he has been married, has 2 children. He has lived the life of a biological man. He is attracted to women. He was married to a woman 30, 40 years. He sits on the school board of an elementary school in Buckeye, Arizona called Liberty Elementary. This man is claiming to be a woman. It's a bad picture. Hold on. There we go. This man tells the little children at the school that he is a woman. He wears clothing, he wears lipstick, and he uses the same restroom as your little girls. He also uses the women's locker room at Esporta Fitness in Goodyear, Arizona. He has been spotted yesterday in the women's locker room in Esporta Fitness in Goodyear, Arizona. He went on local television claiming victimhood because people like myself, parents who have the right to speak up against their elected officials, are harassing and bullying him. Paul Bixler cannot be voted off the school board. He must either willingly step down or be recalled. The recall is being started. Please email Paul Bixler. His email is in the description. Let him know kindly that he stepped down from the school board willingly and cease and desist from using women's facilities, or charges will be filed with the Buckeye Police Department. I am at the gym in Arizona. He's undressing in the locker room. Top off, bra off. And Paul Bixler was in the women's locker room. And he looked at me and he looked at my breasts. And I have called the police. Until recently, he's used the men's locker room. So he agrees himself that he's a man. I have told the police that I was in the locker room. A man was in there. I was getting undressed. He looked at me. He is a man in the women's locker room. And the response is that this is a touchy, sensitive issue in society. Yep, there he goes, women's locker room. There's the man going in the women's locker room. Hope there's no one undressing in there. Hope there's no naked women in there. Since there's a man in the, why isn't anyone warning the women? Just so everyone knows, he's not being arrested. We are at a point where we're catering to society instead of facts. This is alarming. Women's rights are being violated. And I'm not going to put up with it. Paul, if you're a female, why do you use the men's restroom sometimes and the women's restroom sometimes?
Please stay away from it, please. Yes, politely, like I said.
He will suffer no